Chapter 1: Exploring the Depths of Dark Motivation. Have you ever pondered the enigma of individuals who, despite their seemingly negative intentions, manage to flourish within a community or society? Today, we embark on a profound journey into the obscure and fascinating world of dark motivation. This elusive concept, often escaping our grasp, plays an integral role in our everyday interactions and the complex dynamics of society. Dark motivation refers to the covert, sometimes negative or destructive desires that propel individuals' actions. It's akin to the hidden side of a coin, the unseen undercurrent of our motivations that we seldom discuss or acknowledge. Importantly, dark motivation does not always equate to evil or malevolent intentions. It can encompass self-centered ambitions, an unyielding pursuit of power, or a voracious appetite for control. These motivations, though commonly perceived in a negative light, can paradoxically lead to successful outcomes in societal contexts. Think of it this way: a person driven by a longing for power might ascend to a leadership role, influencing many lives with their impactful decisions. Or consider an individual whose insatiable need for control makes them exceptionally adept at managing complex projects, ensuring efficiency and effectiveness. It's crucial to understand that our exploration of dark motivation is not about justifying or glorifying negative aspirations. Instead, it's about comprehending the intricate layers of human behavior and the diverse motivations that fuel us. Recognizing that motivations, whether dark or not, are a part of our shared human experience is essential. Dark motivation is a multifaceted concept, manifesting in various facets of life, from political arenas to business enterprises, from personal relationships to broader societal interactions. Despite its often negative connotations, dark motivation can lead to outcomes that benefit communities and societies in unforeseen ways. As we scratch the surface of dark motivation, we're poised to delve deeper into this captivating notion through vivid, real-life examples. As we progress, we'll uncover how this mysterious force can both impede and foster our collective development. So, prepare yourself for an enthralling expedition into the darker aspects of motivation, where we will unravel the mysteries and understand the implications of this powerful force. Chapter 2: The Ambitious Politician. Consider the case of a highly driven politician, motivated by a deep-seated desire for power and control. At the core of their ambition lies a dark motivation and insatiable craving for authority and dominance. This is not the noble aspiration to serve the public or better society, but a relentless chase for influence and prominence. This politician exudes charisma, a trait often linked with leadership and appeal. They possess an exceptional talent for public speaking, captivating audiences with their eloquent discourse and convincing arguments. Their words, meticulously chosen and skillfully presented, engender trust and admiration among their constituents. But beneath this veneer of charm and eloquence lies a calculated manipulation, powered by their dark motivation to sway and dominate. Despite their questionable intent, they manage to establish robust connections within their community, emerging as a figure of influence whose opinions and decisions carry significant weight. Their power expands, and with it, their control. However, this is not a one-dimensional scenario. The politician's constituents, yearning for change and improvement, willingly yield to this influence. They overlook the politician's hidden motives, focusing instead on the promise of hope and progress. In this way, the politician's dark motivation feeds off the community's aspirations, creating a cycle of influence and control. Yet, a haunting question looms in the background. What transpires when this dark motivation spirals out of control? When the politicians' thirst for power becomes unquenchable, their manipulation more overt, and their actions begin to harm the community they pledge to serve. As we have observed, dark motivation can be a driving force behind success in specific societal roles. But what are the consequences when this motivation goes unchecked? Chapter 3. The Ruthless Businessman. Now, envision a ruthless businessman, driven by an unyielding greed and a relentless pursuit of wealth. At first glance, this portrayal might seem overwhelmingly negative. However, let's delve deeper into his psyche. This businessman is propelled by what we've termed dark motivation. He's not a fictional villain. He's a complex character woven into the fabric of society. His relentless pursuit of wealth pushes him to innovate, to think creatively, to surpass his competitors. He's active when others rest, working tirelessly to achieve his goals. This man's ambition could very well be the catalyst for economic growth, creating employment opportunities and generating wealth. His sharp intellect devises strategies that transform industries, challenging conventional methods and leading to significant advancements. But there's another side to this coin. This dark motivation, while fueling innovation and progress, also harbors its drawbacks. It may lead to a disregard for ethical standards. The ruthless businessman might resort to unscrupulous practices to gain an advantage, exploiting shortcuts, manipulating loopholes, or even exploiting others. There's also the potential for a lack of empathy toward employees. The ruthless businessman, fixated on his objectives, may overlook the human aspect of his enterprise, treating his employees as mere tools rather than as individuals with their own aspirations and needs. This approach can result in a harmful work environment, high employee turnover, and ultimately, a decline in productivity. Moreover, this dark motivation can extend into personal relationships. The ruthless businessman might place his pursuit of wealth above his relationships with friends and family, leading to isolation and a detachment from his community. In essence, dark motivation is a double-edged sword. It can lead to impressive accomplishments, but it can also result in ethical dilemmas and personal isolation. This example illustrates that dark motivation, while potentially beneficial, can also have damaging effects if not balanced with ethical considerations and human empathy. As we navigate our own paths, it's crucial to remember the importance of balance and the role that ethics and empathy play in our pursuit of success. Chapter 4. The Impact of Dark Motivation on Society. So, how does dark motivation ultimately affect our society? Imagine a world where every individual is driven by their own dark motivations. It's a world brimming with ambition, unbridled creativity, and relentless innovation. The wheels of progress would spin at an unprecedented pace as each person strives to outshine the other, leading to rapid economic growth and societal development. But let's not overlook the other side of this scenario. While the drive to ascend the social ladder can spur innovation, it can also breed unethical conduct. When individuals let their dark motivations overshadow their moral compass, they might resort to deception, manipulation, or even harm to others to achieve their objectives. This could culminate in societal unrest, a breakdown in trust, and an overall increase in anxiety and fear within the community. Imagine a society where trust and cooperation are supplanted by suspicion and competition. It's a society where the bonds that unite us are strained, where the sense of community diminishes, and where the fabric of societal harmony slowly unravels. However, it's vital to acknowledge that the impact of dark motivation isn't solely negative. Like a forest fire that clears the way for new growth, dark motivations can lead to positive transformations. When channeled appropriately, they can foster determination, resilience, and a drive to overcome challenges. The crux lies in understanding these motivations and managing them effectively. We need to recognize our own dark motivations and those of others, and use this insight to guide our actions, to build bridges instead of barriers, and to cultivate empathy and mutual respect. By doing so, we can ensure that our dark motivations lead to positive outcomes rather than societal discord. Understanding dark motivation is akin to wielding a double-edged sword. It can either cut through obstacles, paving the way for progress, or it can cause damage if not wielded with care. Remember, comprehending our own motivations and those of others is the first step toward forging stronger, more empathetic connections. Chapter 5: The Dual Nature of Dark Motivation. As we've discovered, dark motivation is a complex, dual-natured concept. It's a fascinating enigma, a paradoxical blend of ambition and ruthlessness, of drive and disregard for others. It's a potent force that can propel individuals to the heights of power. Yet it's also a corrosive influence that can undermine the fabric of our communities and societies. Let's take a moment to reflect on our journey through this intriguing landscape of dark motivation. We've explored its definition, a hidden undercurrent of desire and determination that can sometimes overshadow empathy and ethical considerations. We've delved into the lives of the ambitious politician and the ruthless businessman, two archetypal figures who exemplify this concept in action. And we've seen how dark motivation can impact society, creating a ripple effect that can either build or erode trust, cooperation, and cohesion. But what does this mean for us in our everyday lives? How do our motivations, dark or otherwise, shape our interactions with others? And more importantly, how can we ensure that our motivations contribute to building stronger, healthier communities rather than tearing them apart? The key lies in awareness and reflection. By understanding our motivations, we can strive to balance our personal ambitions with the needs and well-being of others. We can channel our drive and determination in ways that foster trust, empathy, and mutual respect. And we can navigate the complexities of human relationships with greater insight and compassion. In our journey of understanding dark motivation, remember that every coin has two sides. It's our responsibility to ensure the positive outweighs the negative. As always, continue to question, continue to learn, and continue to grow. The pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey, and every step we take brings us closer to understanding ourselves, each other, and the intricate web of connections that bind us together as a society.